Jon Jones versus Dominick Reyes takes place on the main event of UFC 247 in Houston, and Jon Jones takes centre stage. The number one pound for pound man in the world, the light heavyweight title, is on the line. Dominick Reyes, a young, hungry, undefeated contender, looking to take what's his, or what he feels like is his. Is he going to be successful? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I feel like this is Jon Jones' win. A lot of people are making a big deal about the size of Dominick Reyes, but if you've got the size of Dominick Reyes, you'd think it'd come with some reach. He's still 20 centimetres shy of Jon Jones' reach. The tallness of Dominick Reyes is going to do nothing but make him easier to take down, I believe. Like, I'm sorry, guys. I like Dominick Reyes. I think he's a great fighter. I think he's a very good fighter indeed. I think he's got a good chance of beating Jon Jones here. Am I willing to put a prediction on it? No, I'm not. It's not close enough for me to put a prediction on it. I don't believe that Chris Weidman, after all of his losses at middleweight, coming up to light heavyweight is a title elimination bout. I'm sorry, I don't. You know what I do think is a title elimination bout at light heavyweight? DC, Santos, Anthony Smith. One of these guys. The top of the division. I just feel like Chris Weidman ain't no title elimination. Like, that doesn't prove to me that you can beat Jon Jones. I'm sorry. Like, you beat Chris Weidman, well done. Same thing with Jan Blachowicz calling for a title shot after he beat Rockhold. You beat Rockhold, well done. Like, let's beat some guys in our own division before we throw these guys to the wolves. I feel like Dominick Reyes has a great chance. He's a big puncher. He comes out to fight in the first round. I think the first round could be quite interesting. I just feel like Jon Jones is going to come out in the second and third, wear down Dominick Reyes, pick him apart from the outside, slowly beat him down, and maybe get a finish at the end of the third round or the fourth round. I'm looking at a TKO in the third or fourth round for Jon Jones. I'll say late third, he gets the finish. It'll take some figuring out. He'll start to get Reyes' timing. Reyes likes to throw a lot of kicks. Jones is going to be looking to time a takedown off of those kicks because Dominick Reyes throws a lot of kicks. Some of them are quite sloppy and he's quite off balance. He's not a natural kicker. He's got quite stiff hips. I feel like Jones is going to be looking to blast through them and take him to the ground. I hope that Jon Jones is not looking over Dominick Reyes. And to be honest with you, I like the fact that Jon Jones has taken some time off. I really do. If he came back 3 months after the Santos fight, I wouldn't mind Reyes' chances. But the fact that Jones has taken some time off, reprogrammed himself, put the hunger back into the game, because sometimes when he fights so often, you can see it on Jon Jones, it gets normal to him. And it gets a bit boring, and he seems a little bit comfortable just defending the belt every 3 months. I like him taking time off. He has plans at heavyweight, which means that there is importance in Jon Jones' eyes to this fight against Dominick Reyes. He wants to beat Reyes so he can manage and go forward with his ventures at heavyweight. It's a stepping stone. Jones needs to win. I think that a Jones in the mindset of needing to win for the good of his career is very good. A very good mindset to have. I feel like he's going to beat Dominick Reyes. Reyes is a great contender. I look at the Özdemir win or loss. Whichever way you see that fight going. That worries me. Jones would annihilate Özdemir. I know this, okay? I just feel like Dominick Reyes is... I don't know. He's big. Just the height means nothing. The reach is still not there. I feel like the wrestling... Fair enough, you defended a takedown against Chris Weidman, but it's a completely different game when you've got a fucking giant in Jon Jones all over you. He's just an unfair attributed physical athlete. Like, there's no beating him. I just don't get it. I don't understand what Dominick Reyes can do, and I feel like anyone who makes a prediction of Dominick Reyes knows what they're predicting. They're predicting the 1 in 10 chance, or the 1 in 11 chance, that Dominick Reyes is going to go out there and catch Jon Jones. I just don't see it happening. I see a refocused Jones coming in there, knowing that he wants to go to heavyweight next, getting a big win against Dominick Reyes, increasing his profile, calling out a guy at heavyweight, inserting his name into the hat. I'm sure he feels as though, and listen to this, Jon Jones right now is hearing that Stipe Miocic is open to options instead of fighting DC a third time. If Jones can slide in there and steal the Stipe Miocic fight out of DC's hands, the UFC is going to want to do Jones versus Stipe over Stipe versus DC because it's a super fight and it's a bigger fight to make. DC has one fight left. If Jones steals the Stipe Miocic fight and, dare I say, wins, we may actually get the DC versus Jones rematch at heavyweight. So unless Stipe signs the fight with DC soon, Jones is going to be looking to call him out, and who knows? Maybe Stipe will like the money a little bit more that he fights with Jon Jones. Maybe he will like the payment that Jon Jones can provide with him. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how things go. I just feel like Jones is going to be a little bit too technical. Chew up Dominick Reyes on the outside for the first 2 rounds. Reyes is going to come to fight though. He's going to come forward. He's going to throw hard. I just feel like throwing hard against Jon Jones. I mean, it's just... With a guy... Listen, Jon Jones would have great distance management if he had equal reach to a guy. Okay? If he had somewhat equal reach to a guy, he'd have great distance management. He has 20 centimeters on Dominick Reyes. That's fucking unheard of. Reyes almost has the reach of a fucking welterweight in there. Like, it's tough to get behind Reyes here. It really is. He's a striker, he wants to strike, and he's at a complete physical disadvantage and an experience disadvantage. I just feel like Reyes is going to get caught. Sometimes he makes rookie mistakes, but he's so aggressive that some of these other guys aren't able to make him pay for it. Like, he does drop his hands very often. He throws awkward shots that could leave him vulnerable. But the guys that he's facing just don't seem to have the awareness that Jon Jones has to make him pay for those moves. Jon Jones is going to make him pay for the mistakes that he makes. Reyes is going to be in there with a veteran. Reyes has a shot here, don't get me wrong. Reyes has a real chance. I feel like a Jones that has had some time off is going to come back ready to go, ready to win, ready to secure a good fight in the heavyweight division and get the job done. I really do. Jones goes out there, picks apart Reyes in the first round, feels him out a bit, sees what Reyes does with the aggression. In the second round, maybe tries his hand at a takedown now that Reyes is sort of into the fight a bit more. And in the third round, I feel like Jones is going to be picking him apart, get him to the ground, and finish him by TKO ground and pound in the third round. I'm just not willing to pick the Hail Mary of Dominick Reyes. I'm really not. I think Jones is going to win. I think he's going to win in good fashion. And I think he's going to re-establish himself on the scene, remind everyone who he was and who he is, because he's been off for a little while now. And I think he's going to call out Stipe Miocic at heavyweight. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Click that button there, UFC 247. Listen, it's a decent card. It lost some big fights, but still decent. I'm looking forward to it. Make sure you tune in. It's going to be a good one. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Jones by third round TKO. See you later.